A little over a month ago, I asked my beloved Grouch faithful to send in their questions. And now, without further ado, procrastination, or thumb twiddling, I present to you the first DVDGrouch Q&A Special.
And if you were to ask me questions, you don't really want to know. Your concern is just for show.
Whelmed But Ready asks, to you, what is better, Batman the Animated Series or Spectacular Spider-Man?
Well, that's a tough question because you both have two really excellent shows here. I mean, both are really trying to incorporate a bunch of different stuff from the movies and comics and other stories. Well, I mean, Spider-Man was canceled prematurely. Well, Batman had a pretty long run, both, in its original show and beyond, and Justice League and all that other stuff. I guess if you twisted my arm, I would have to say Batman, if only because, you can kind of feel its influence even today, where Spider-Man, as I said, was sort of cut short. Although, this is the answer I would give if I knew anything about comics or cartoons, but, those ain't cool. This right here, this is cool.
Cool Guy 700able asks, do you think The Simpsons will end after season 25?
Quite simply, no. No, I do not. If the show didn't end a few years back when the actors asked for more money, then I sincerely doubt that it will end anytime soon. Or, at least then while Matt Groening is alive. After that, I think all bets are kind of off for the show. Until then, we'll be both enjoying and suffering with newer and newer seasons of The Simpsons. So yeah, there's my answer.
BNOS4 asks, how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? And it has to be on Tuesday alone.
That's a trick question. You thought you could get me, but now you gotta get up pretty early to fool this Grouch right here. You see, the question is, how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if it was Tuesday? But what you do not mention is if that Tuesday is a holiday, which pretty much changes everything. Beyond that, we know how much wood a woodchuck chuck. It's friggin' science, man. It's exactly 4. Yeah.
Kyle R. asks, cocaine or meth?
I don't know who you've been talking to, man. That shit is crazy. That shit'll it'll ruin your life. You shouldn't do that stuff. That's crazy. I mean, I've been clean and sober. I don't know who you've been talking to, man. It's crazy.
Ryan McCarthy asks, what was your first video game console?
Now this is a question that takes me way back. I remember the first console I ever stole. Fell off the back of a truck. Obtained through perfectly legal means, was a Sony PS1. Those were good days in the PS1, playing Spyro the Dragon. I swear, everything that I learned in life that wasn't from my sanctified father, the Beta Grouch, I learned from that little dragon. He taught me such things as when people are giving you trouble, you set them on fire. And then nobody messes with you again.
The Other Dude 92 asks, why do my nipples hurt when I twist them?
I don't think I've had nearly enough to drink before I answer this question. You know what? Next question.
Level 14 Rabbi asks, what is the movie that really got you into movies?
I still remember the first movie I snuck into. Paid full ticket price to see. It was The Lion King, and I love those Disney movies as a much littler Grouch. That was such a special day. Even after the ushers ended up kicking me out for, sneaking in, but, they got theirs. It's hard to be high and mighty when you're on fire.
Big Black Hat Man asks, who is your favorite director?
Now here's a question that I don't get very much. I try to leave subtle hints around, but I'll tell you what. You know who my favorite director of all time is? Uwe Boll. Okay, now some of you were shocked, but let me explain myself. I love Uwe Boll because he's pretty much the biggest criminal in Hollywood. Think about it. He gets to make terrible movies by exploiting German tax law, and when critics call him on it, he beats the shit out of them. You couldn't ask for a better hero than this guy. He's a man after my own heart. I love you, Uwe. I really do. Your movies suck, but I love you.
Mr. Man Noobs asks, do you think TV shows will ever be able to surpass films, or will they always play second fiddle?
Quite simply, TV's never been better than it is right now. You got your Breaking Bads, you got your Boardwalk Empires, your Game of Thrones, heck, even your Walking Dead. TV is just so great right now. And I mean, truly, the jewel in the crown of all this is, of course, here comes the Honey Boo Boo. Again, I don't actually watch the show, but it's pretty good for profiling purposes, am I right? I mean, if anybody actually watches the show, you pretty much know who you don't have to talk to. Again, golden age of television, better than it's ever been.
That Agent of West asks, did you just do a drug run in Liberty City before this vid?
Yes, no, shut up. I plead the fifth. You can't do anything to me. This isn't mine. I'm holding it for a friend, I swear.
And finally, Luis Paso asks, if a bartender named a drink after you, what would it be called, and what would be in it?
Well, I've given this question a lot of thought, and the way I see it, if I was to have a drink, you'd call it the Greasy Grouse Special. How would you make it? Well, you'd start off with one of these, reduced sugar, of course, because you don't get a sexy body like this without making a couple sacrifices. So yeah, you start off with some of this. Add in a little of this. Hey, better yet, add a lot of that. From there, you're crushing a couple of thumbs in there because, I get outburned sometimes, something terrible. Yeah, nobody likes that. Yeah, well, we're at it. We're almost done, but I could use some more stuff if you ask me. Yeah, just a little smidgen of that. And, as my mom always used to say, waste not, want not. So, yeah, there you go. That's how you make a Greasy Grouch Special. And as this is the final question, I think it's only right for my great Grouch faithful. Thank you for your question. Thank you for being a part of it. Cheers. I think I might be blind now. Yep, definitely blind. Do not drink the Greasy Grouch Special. Yep, I had to be sure. Yep, definitely poison. Definitely poison.
Special.